Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday. It's a little chilly here in New York, having the rain and a little bit of a cooler weather, which kind of is the intro to fall. That's what it feels like. So I'm wearing my cozy sweater today. I have my homemade soup up, and I love that. I love having that cozy feeling. And today's messages are going to be very, very important for those in particular who are twin flames. I would say even more so specific to the divine feminine in this case. But if this resonates with you and you're a divine masculine, definitely the message is for you. And if you are new to this channel, I just want to welcome you here. I'm Elizabeth, and I am a medium, as I stated. I'm a divine channeler. I'm also a remote spirit extractor specialist, a very unique one, and I offer detailed and personal channelings, readings all over the world, as well as the high-level clearing work that I do. And I post videos or upload videos every week. And I love to do that. I love to be able to support people who are on divine journeys. I am a twin flame myself. And although a lot of the videos I put up are related to twin flames, it's really related to a lot of people who are on divine journeys. But I do put videos up that are somewhat specific to twin flames. But I like to put up material that I feel that a lot of people can benefit from, not only twin flames. But this particular video is going to be more twin flame specific. And I think it's one that's really going to help a lot of twins who are awakened. And we have the divine feminine who are the ones that are mostly awakened, I would say. And it's going to help them to get out of this very weird place, very stuck place that a lot of them seem to feel like they're in. And this is related to the new moon. Now, we just had the new moon today. So if you're watching it in real time on the 9th, the new moon. And this moon is really a very, very big one portal-wise as far as being able to let go. And we're going to talk about that. And it's really important that we understand certain things as far as energetics and how it's going to help us, how it's going to serve us in a better way rather than keep us stuck and keep us stagnant and not moving forward. And that's where the frustration comes in. When we're feeling stagnant, we're feeling very frustrated that things aren't going our way. We feel like things are going nowhere as far as what we are perceiving it as. And so this new moon is going to be something that is going to be really important, very important messages as far as why are certain people still stuck and what can we do to move forward and to, really move forward, not just say we're moving forward, but actually experiencing that moving forward. So this new moon, what I really received was that, we have gone through a lot of purging, of course, if you are on the twin flame journey. And it's been very rough, to get through a lot of the stages that we've had to go through as twins. And of course, it's a back and forth dance. And your twin will come forward only to go back. Your twin may have seemed like they were, coming forward and staying forward with you. And then only to fall back into their own toxic habits again, or to see other women, or perhaps even not be truthful, and all these different things. So there's a lot of frustrations back and forth, and if you are someone who was awakened and say have been going through this for a while, it's like, well, when is this going to come into union? When is this person going to get it? When are they not going to be with this other person? When are they going to get this divorce? When are they going to become a lot more aware of what this is? When are they going to stop their addictions and their habits and finally, clean up their life so that way they're more available to me? All these different things. The main question is, when are they going to become available to me? And when is this going to work? And that's where a lot of the frustrations come in. And so, when we find ourselves in that space or in that place, we're holding on so much energetically. Now we're talking, because remember, this is an energetic connection. We are connected at a soul level, and so we're bringing that energetic connection into manifested form. So the only way, and I tell this to all my clients all the time who are very frustrated in the place that they're at, they can't see a way out of it. They don't understand how in the world this is going to happen. They're ready to just jump ship with this journey and say, I had it. It's enough is enough. I am tired of being treated like crap. I am tired of waiting for him or her. I'm tired of just having to deal with the bullshit. And I just really want off of this thing, and I want to be happy. And so I hear this all the time as a reader, and I don't sugarcoat anything. And when I bring in the divine perspective, I bring in the divine angels of someone's team, and I also bring in Archangel Michael, of course, behind me, who I'm very, very close with, who's a personal guide. And the messages are always that we're holding on way too tightly to what is not working and staying in that same spot, that box, that energy. And that's what this new moon portal is really, really focused on, is being able to not stay stuck in this box, in that old energy, wrapped up in the past of what has not worked. Staying in that same vibration and not being able to get past that and move on and move forward. And it's a really important thing. And some people, they do get a little bit upset, if I, were to say to someone, hey, you know what? It's time to really let go. It's really time to let go and to surrender this and to trust this. And sometimes, that emoji face that's just like, that's the face that I sometimes get when I see some of my clients, or if I'm not seeing that face, I'm feeling that face emoji. And it's because there's been so much stress, and the person has done so much healing, which is really good. And that is always recommended to do the energetic healing. And there's been so much, push and pull within the twin flame dynamic, that it's very, very tough for that person to just say, all right, I'm going to release this. I'm going to release the control. It's like you have to pry someone's hand off of it, because when it comes to the heart and when it comes to the emotions, it's very, very hard to be able to let it go and just release it, and whatever happens, happens. Because there's always that thought of, well, what happens if I do that and nothing happens? But if I stay clinged to it really, really tightly, I can make it happen. I just can. I can make it happen, and I'm just not ready to move on. I am not ready. I'm gonna wait for this, and I want to be able to be in the driver's seat with this. And that's where this new moon is coming in and really assisting with the fact that that's just not working. It's not working. It's not working at all. And the reason being with this is that you have to be able to be in that vibration of that your life is moving forward, and that you are able to cultivate your own satisfaction and your own happiness, and that you are not sitting in that energy of, I am waiting for my twin to finally get it. I am waiting for my twin to finally turn around and come back to me. I'm waiting for my twin to unblock me on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. I'm waiting for my twin to finally, divorce their karmic partner. I'm waiting for my twin to finally get out of their immature ways and finally step up to the plate and not be afraid of commitment. I'm waiting for this. I'm going to be here no matter what. Waiting for this. I am not going anywhere. And I'm going to be like a stone statue until they get it. And I'm going to force them. And even though you may not be physically forcing it, you're energetically forcing it. It's a lot to say that, someone says that they're letting go and they're surrendering, but then they're still on social media No. Okay, what do they say about that? Okay. All right. Well, how do they feel about relationship? Okay. What pictures did they put up? Okay. Let me monitor the situation. Let me monitor it. It's still not letting go. It's still not releasing. So I hope that, there's no one getting really frustrated right now as to what I'm explaining, because this new moon is really, really important here in terms of being able to get out of that place that hasn't been working for you, that hasn't been actually serving the dynamic, and to be able to open up or open the roads, as they say, like in magical terms, of opening the roads. And you may, if you're into the magical path, or want to do something as far as a blessing that could help you to open the roads. And it's really important that you open them for yourself, open the roads. And that you are not just sitting there at a crossroads waiting for something to happen while life is put on the pause button. Some people don't realize that they're putting their lives on hold. Like, I'm not putting my life on hold. I'm living my life and doing, and then really what's happening is the person really is putting their lives on hold. They're saying that they're not living their life. They're not putting that foot forward and finding enjoyment and making plans for themselves and looking to have new experiences and new opportunities, keeping options open and such, while still holding the space for your beloved to return, in which they will. Because if you have absolutely signed up for this journey, you're awakened to it, you understand about it, and you have felt things that you have never felt before, and you know that no one else is going to compare to that type of energy, you get it. That is something that is meant. It is meant. You guys are meant to come into union when the time is right. However, your twin is your mirror, and it's really, really very important to understand the energetics of this. And this new moon is really going to hone down on this and bring up things in which are keeping you stuck, and how to make that new beginning happen for yourself, and to no longer stay clung to that stuck energy, staying in that same place, that same mixing bowl, and going round and 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 round, and not getting anywhere with you, with your life, with what's important to you, with your goals, what makes you happy. The energetics of it truly is about when you are in a certain place energetically, and you're in that energy of, I am choosing things, I am living my life from a place of authenticity, where I am making myself happy, I am not allowing anything to be shut down in my life, I'm not putting limitations on my life. That's when you're going to assist your twin and helping them to fly, and helping them to be liberated, and helping them to not put their lives in that stuck mojo mode where they're not changing enough, whereas they could be moving ahead more. And that is only going to serve the journey, truthfully. So it's not doing a service to either of you to stay in that stuck energy of holding on to the past with what hasn't worked with them, and holding on to that. And it's really important to realize that there's a lot of things that tend to be hidden that you don't realize about your beloved, that they are a lot more aware than you realize. They may not be putting it out there for you to have evidence of that, physical evidence, but it is happening. So keeping the faith about them receiving the insight and the wisdom and the knowledge and all the things that they need to assist them with their lives, and of course with this reunion as well, it's best to really trust that that's happening, it's in progress, and that there are things that are happening underneath the surface that are not on social media, that you can't find, that maybe has not been reflected in the physical words that they've used with you, but that there's things that are going on deeper levels that they haven't revealed yet. There's a stirring going on there. There's changes, transformations going on there. And I've read that plenty of times for beloveds, where there's more going on than what their counterpart knows. A lot of the divine feminine don't realize that the divine masculines are actually a heck of a lot more awake than what they think, because they're still clinging to the old persona. They're still clinging to the things that their twin has done and judging them from that place. They're still clinging on to what hasn't worked with them, their old patterns and their old beliefs. And they're keeping so many tabs on their twin that they think are 100% accurate, that they're not, no one's moving here. No one's moving forward. Everyone's in the same place. In a lot of ways. It's not where they could be. So your divine masculine, divine feminine most likely are aware of a lot more than you think. And the only way to really help them at this point, honestly, the new moon is urging you to let them go. Let them go. Don't give up on the journey. I'm not saying that this is not going to come into union, because it is, but letting them be set free in order to let this happen. Let it happen. Great song by an Australian band, Tame Impala. Let it happen. Perfect song to listen to, divine feminine. If you are still holding on to this dynamic so tightly and you're not enjoying your life, and you know who you are if you're not enjoying your life, because you feel like somehow, some way you just can't enjoy your life and you can't enjoy your work if your divine masculine is not in your life and they haven't chosen you yet, not going to serve you. Just let it happen. People talk, a lot about, well, what happens as far as dating, and, they want to know, how that goes. And I'm going to be truthful about that, okay? It can be seen in two different ways from how I'm receiving it and the things that I read from clients. And for some people, it is in the highest good for them to make connections with soulmates, with like-minded souls, and they're there for very special reasons, to heal each other, to have to help each other in awareness and realizing certain things, to enter a different state in their life, different state of consciousness, awareness, and that this is serving the both parties. However, it doesn't count as I'm coming off the twin flame journey and I'm doing something completely wrong. But you have to feel it. You have to feel it. So if you come across, we'll say, a soulmate, and you do feel that attraction to them, you do feel like that's something that you might want to pursue, for a little while, that you're on the twin flame journey and that reunion is imminent, you know that. But if you're feeling it and you're just getting that intuitive sense and you're getting that message from your angels and guides that this is going to be something that is a good thing and that is going to be very healing and it feels comfortable to you, then you're not doing anything wrong. In fact, what you're doing is moving on and living your life, which in fact is serving not only you, but it's serving the other you, because it's the other you, your mirrors. So if you are moving on like that and enjoying your life and it feels good in the moment, for those of you who are connecting with soulmates, and that's something that, again, you have to be guided and has to feel right. So I'm not coming from the place of trying to say that, everyone, go and date, because it's so easy to do that before your twin actually comes around. It's not going to happen for everyone, because to be honest with you, it's very, very difficult to make that connection with somebody else, because there's no comparison there. Okay? The making love aspect, there's no comparison there. You're not making love on every single level. emotionally, spiritually, mental, on every single level, and merging that way. Right? So it's true that, some people who have tried dating, tried to get themselves to date, it wasn't really working out for them. It wasn't serving them. It wasn't making them happy at all. In fact, it was making them less happy. Well, if it's making you less happy and it's not feeling right, then that's just not the path for you. That's not the road for you. Then there are other things that would serve your life. You have to find out what those are. This is a new beginning, this new moon. It's really about parting ways with the past, with your twin, and also parting ways with any other lover from your past, any ex-spouse or ex-lover, or any connection at all, any relationship type of connection, which those tyings, they're still keeping you down. They're still holding you down. You haven't actually released that. You haven't healed from those connections. Closing the door on that and really moving forward from it, so that way you can bring other people and events into your life in which would serve you best, because you choose not to hold on to that lower energy, not to keep those psychic cords intact anymore, those negative cords. Have Archangel Michael cut them. Write those forgiveness letters. Write, whatever you need to do to be able to let go of certain people who you're still holding on to energetically and emotionally. Whoever hurt you, whoever made you feel less than worthy, then that's something that's very important and crucial, so that way you can move on and you can let in better circumstances, better options for your life. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? They say that. And it's very true. Your vibe does attract your tribe. But getting back to, the dating being a twin flame, that's something that's a very personal decision. So there isn't, you should or you shouldn't. It really isn't like that. Again, there are certain twins who are meant to make certain soul connections before they come into reunion with their beloveds, and that is okay, because if it feels right and if it serves both parties in a healing sense, even if it's not meant to last, obviously, just enjoy what you're benefiting from it. Be authentic, be honest within that connection, and take it for what it is. And for those of you who are not guided to do that and can never feel that that could be you, that may not be what's on your path. That may not be destined for you. So it's more about, don't prevent yourself from enjoying your life just because maybe you aren't dating. What do you love to do? Chances are you will find a lot of those answers when you go back to the past. There's so much that the past can teach us. And the new moon is something that also brings that up as well. The new moon can bring up a lot of the past in which, yes, we're holding on to, but also to understand that those lessons that we've had with people are very, very vital lessons for us to be able to take in and really help us to grow from that, so that way we can make higher choices. So, you know what? If you are still needing to let go of people from your past, whether they be ex-lovers or whether they be family members, whatever it is, maybe take another look at those relationships, and maybe you had a lot of angers towards it. Maybe you've had a lot of that, just feeling really just worked up about it. And maybe now you can look at it in a different way and understand better what you've learned from that. What did you learn from that relationship? Okay, so it didn't work, but what has that taught you? What are the gifts there within that? And that's when, the new moon, the void, really brings up a lot of what we have missed. It brings up a lot of what we haven't realized, the hidden, the mysterious. New moons are definitely the start of something fresh, new beginnings. And so for those of you who are twin flames and you have just felt like you cannot deal with this anymore, you can't be treated a certain way anymore, you're tired of being a doormat, you're tired of dealing with the pain of it. You don't have to stay in the pain, and it's best that you don't stay in that pain. The pain teaches us, what are you holding on to? What are you fearful of? If you're fearful of losing your twin, there are doubts there, and there's also control issues there. Perhaps there was too much of a codependency on your twin. So if you're not living your life in a state of, I am living out each day and I'm finding things that make me happy and I am constantly excited about what can actually open up in my life, then you're not opening up the road. You're not opening up new energy. And that is not going to assist your other you with opening up their road either. So they're going to sit in the same shit. They're going to sit in their same shit. The same shit that you have been very frustrated with because they haven't been changing it. So you guys work off of each other. You absolutely do, because you're one. Your twin is meant to come back to you and reunite. But you have to understand, by letting them go, by truthfully releasing, I'm not just saying you're releasing, I mean releasing. You're holding the space, but you're releasing them. By releasing them and refusing to hold on to what's no longer working, you are allowing the divine to go to work for you both. Not just you, who's the awakened one. There might be a worry there. But your beloved too. Yes, they're working on your beloved's half as well. And this is not to say that, you don't send out your prayers, that you don't send out your loving energy to your beloved. They're you. You're always connected. But understand that you do have a choice, and of course we all have free will. You do have that choice of remaining in that stuck energy. And of course, the more you think to yourself that I'm just stuck, you're going to be stuck. The more you refuse to let go of something that's not working, because I just have to stay on this, I have to stay, strong as far as I have to stay with this. You're staying with what's not working. That's not going to help set it free. So that way, something new can develop out of it. New energy, new fresh energy can manifest. This new moon is super, super important when it comes to this divine feminine. I'm really focusing in on you guys. And I know there's been a lot of pain for so many of you. I know that you're exhausted, not only from what has gone back and forth, this dance with your beloved, but you're exhausted also from a lot of this portal energy. A lot of the ascension symptoms too make us very exhausted. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So when it gets to be too much, that's the time to evaluate where you are on your journey and what changes could you make to support it better. Support it in a way where the best results are going to be given to both you and your beloved. Guaranteed source can help you with those results. But you gotta let them do it. You gotta let them do it. And that's where faith really comes in. That's where trusting this journey, no matter how many years it's been, no matter all these things that you've healed, that's where it really comes in for you guys, to really trust it. Find what it is that really gets you excited. Find what it is that you truthfully what you've missed in life. Go back to your childhood. What have you always loved to do? What have you put down? What has felt like it's been missing from your life? Maybe you have been paying way too much attention on the other end of what's going on with your counterpart, rather than paying attention to what is it that you are going to feel really good in and bringing that into daily life, and not worry what your twin is doing and who they're with. Don't worry about it. The worry is going to keep you in that box. You're going to be living in that box. You want to live outside of that box. You want to be able to open the roads with your partnership. Energetically, that's the only way of doing it, because the physicality, it follows the energetic. So the focus really for this new moon is going to be about these things, and being able to have the tools within and the strength and the courage to drive your life forward. Not forgetting your beloved, because you're not going to forget them. They're always in our hearts and always in our thoughts. Not by giving up on the journey, thinking, oh, maybe it's possible this is not going to come into union. No. All the channelings that I've done for clients, this is meant to come into the physical reality for very special purposes, which is templating, bringing the brand new, higher love relationship to Earth. And that is going to require physical representation of the divine feminine, divine masculine. But that representation in the manifested form absolutely cannot happen until the energies are properly prepared. Higher vibration, balance, confidence, authenticity, empowerment within your own soul. Becoming your higher self, them becoming their higher selves. And when that happens, then we have two people who are absolutely going to change the world in magnificent ways, because they have the energy to do it. They have the energy to do it, and they're representing here on Earth to change so many things that really need to be changed here. So the importance of the physicality of the union is so important. So when, clients say to me, oh, I'm thinking about getting off this journey, and, maybe this is not going to work out, I'm just like, I'm like that. I'm like, they don't really realize what they're saying. They don't realize the overall bigger picture of why the divine is waking up so many people to this. And it's not some sort of cruel joke. I've heard, I heard something crazy going on social media, like somehow, it was some cruel joke that evil was having this whole twin flame trend thing happen, and only to cause pain and suffering and to stop one's life, and it's a trap and all that. I'm like, what? Not true. Fake news. I am an authentic divine channeler. I've brought through the angelics. I've also had very direct communication with my beloved, higher self communication, and that is not what I have received. This is not a cruel joke. That's what, that's an ego perspective right there. And as long as the dark can get you to stay with your ego and embrace that ego and not embrace the heart and not trust the divine, that's where, it's about taking someone, trying to rear someone off the journey with interference. So that is not true. If you're awakened to this journey, it is not a cruel joke. It's not to keep you trapped. It's honestly about having you become aware of your true soul and the fact that you have a beloved counterpart who is the mirror of you, and you both chose to come here to make a difference. And the work needs to be done, and it will be done. That will happen. But before that can happen, it's not about stopping your life. So think about this new moon and maybe make a list of things that you really would like to see yourself doing. And it doesn't have to involve waiting for your twin. It doesn't mean that you can't take a trip. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself because your twin is not within your life and then you're stopping your life. First of all, your twin's higher self would never want that. And your twin's higher self is always with you. Trust me. I get validations of that all the time with twins' higher selves coming in sessions. And the truth is they are with you. They are understanding what's going on in your space on a daily basis. And they are absolutely looking to support you to find the best version of yourself and to embrace your qualities, your gifts, and to be able to put the best version of yourself out there into the world. They see the potential of you and they're guiding you. They're spiritually guiding you to have you understand your potential and then act on it. And they would never want to see you stop your life, not enjoy your life on the account of that their physical bodies are just not ready yet. Lead by example, Divine Feminine. Lead by example. And the example is you're awesome, you're beautiful, you're gifted, you're giving. You can shine your light into the world, and you could do it now. And that you are capable of experiencing joy, even if your physical twin's not there yet. And it's best that you don't waste a moment of your life, because life is so short, with worry, doubt, fear, and putting limitations on your life. Open the roads this new moon. And move forward. So I'm hoping that someone, or perhaps several of you, have been really guided to listen to this message today. It might have been something that you really needed to hear because you just felt like you were in this stuck place and you couldn't find any way out of this conundrum with your twin, and you can't see how it's ever going to happen and all of that. You don't need to see. You don't need to see how it's going to happen. If it's not happening right now, it is not time for it to happen. And if it's not time for it to happen, it's not energetically prepared. So the whole thing is, how do you get the energy prepared for physical manifestation of this union? It all goes back to the energy. Worry, doubt, fear, staying in the stuck energy, holding on to that past, putting limitations on your life. Those are all keeping you from moving forward. And now it is absolutely time to move forward. Lots of great manifestation can take place now. We have Saturn that went direct, which is Earth. So this fall, it's really about getting that movement going. And if that movement is not physically with your beloved yet, it will be. But it's the mere fact that you're getting yourself moving, Divine Feminine, I'm especially talking to you, and stepping into your empowerment and making life happen for you. Make life happen for you, whatever's going to bring you joy. And if you do happen to meet a partner for the time being, and it does bring you both joy, it's a good thing. If you don't feel like that is working for you, don't feel that, that's fine too. Whatever's going to help you to become that happy version, feel good about yourself, then that is going to be great. So I hope this helped some people out there who really needed it, and perhaps it helped inspire others, maybe give you some things to think about. And I'm hoping that, some of you maybe will list your goals, your intentions for the new moon. Maybe light a tea light, a candle. A great way of opening the roads is using a yellow candle. A 7-day candle will be a great idea. And really put the energy within that candle that you choose to leave the past behind. All that stagnant energy, everything that's held you down and held you back, everything that you have been holding on to, in terms of old memories and old hurts and wounds and belief systems and habits and addictions, any of those things, and you choose to put them behind you, and you choose to move forward in a happy way and clear that energy with that yellow candle. It's a great way of doing that. For those of you who it's going to help you guys to write some letters, to be able to really release what's there still to release, what's left in terms of people in your life that you're still holding on to, then it's time. These final partings are really what is front and center. And so that way, we can absolutely drive our lives forward energetically. And guaranteed, if you make that decision to let it happen, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to love you if you leave a comment below and say, oh my God, I listened to Let It Happen by Tame Impala, or you love Tame Impala. Because really that's like the song of this time right now, this time period, is Let It Happen, because there's just so many of you listening to this right now who actually really aren't letting it happen, or you think that you are, but still you're really not, because you're still holding on emotionally and energetically, but you're trying to move on, but you're not succeeding. Really letting things happen. It's going to create some awesome miracles. Awesome miracles. But it's time that, we do that. So the paranormalpriestess.com is the website, and questions or comments below, I'll try my best to get back to as many as I can. Questions are kind of a little bit harder, especially I tend to be inundated with a lot of the inquiries for readings. But I'd love to hear some comments, down below. As to, how you resonate with this video. And I just love that. And of course the synchronicities, keep that going. I love hearing anyone who's had synchronicities, which before I end, the synchronicities have absolutely been ridiculous. Ridiculous. Everything from like 777 to 444 to, this is what I've been seeing, 33, 66, 66, 99, and really detailed signs that are connected to your twin flame dynamic. Ones you just absolutely could not make up. There's just no way of making them up. And they have been there, and they have been there big. So that is an indication, of course, that profound things are going on. Profound things are going on. But you may not be seeing it in the physical yet. And some of you think, well, I'm not seeing this is probably BS. But it isn't. Those signs and symbols are not BS. That is your team. They are confirming you're on the right path. That's what those numbers are saying. You're on the right path. You might want to pick up Angel Numbers by Doreen Virtue. I really do believe that a lot of the number synchronicities also have very personal meanings, but if you just want some help as to some of the general meanings that are associated with those particular numbers, it's going to be fantastic to do that. It'll help you out. 555. Been seeing that one. I'm going to end the video with that. 555 has been coming up everywhere for me in 777. And these are all really big indicators that, hey, major life changes are here and you're on the right path. And so don't give up and understand that and just allow things. All right. I'm going to go check to see if my soup is done. And it's been really awesome talking with you guys and sharing the messages for New Moon that I'm very passionate about. And you can visit me on the paranormalpriestess.com and just give me, a few days in order to get back to your inquiry, because I tend to get a lot of inquiries for readings and there's only so many hours in a day, plus some breathing and balance space for me. So just give me some time there and I'll check in to see if we're a vibrational match. And if we are, we can definitely do a channel session to help clarify and help you most likely move forward if you're having some challenges there. You can find me on Facebook, The Paranormal Priestess. You can like my page, and also I am on Twitter if you'd like to connect. I have 2 Twitter accounts. I have one for the show, YouTube channel rather, which is at Para Priestess YT, and I also have my own personal one, which is at Para_Priestess. So a couple of different ways that you can connect with me. If you do connect with me on Facebook, please do not request any type of readings off of Facebook. It's really hard for me to go back and forth between the two, between my emails and Facebook. The easiest way and most convenient way for me is if I have all my inquiries in one place. So if you are interested in having a reading, best way is to go to my contact page on the Paranormal Priestess. However, I'd love to hear any comments on Facebook though. All right, remember, please remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, everyone, and I will see y'all next week. Take care, everyone.